Chosen ones, you've felt what many could not bear. You've walked through storms, through valleys so dark that only the strength of God could carry you forward. And yet, here you are, standing, breathing, stronger than you've ever been. This is your story, written with tears, marked by trials, but you are not here by accident. Just as the Israelites wandered the desert but never walked alone, your journey, though rough, has been guided by unseen hands. Hands that shielded you, protected you even when you didn't know it. They tried to pull you down, didn't they? They doubted you, laughed at you, left you in the dirt, thinking that was the end. But you rose. Just as Joseph was sold, betrayed, thrown in prison, left in a pit by his own brothers, so too have you known betrayal. You have known the sting of those you trusted turning against you. But like Joseph, your setbacks were but stepping stones, preparing you for the higher purpose God has planned. You may not see it all now, but your heart feels it, the pull towards something greater, something divine. Pain may have knocked on your door, but instead of leaving, it made itself at home. Many nights you felt it so deeply, it seemed like it was part of you. Yet you must know that every struggle you've been through has been crafting you, purifying you like gold in the fire. The Lord says in Isaiah, "I have refined you, though not as silver. I have tested you in the furnace of affliction." This pain, it's been your teacher. Every tear, every ache, every silent prayer was shaping the strength, the courage, the wisdom that now fills your soul. You see, chosen ones' survival isn't just about coming out alive. It's about how you come out. It's about coming out wiser, coming out stronger and more aligned with God's vision for you. And when they see you now, they may wonder how you've managed, how you keep smiling, keep standing. They don't know that every wound was healed by the one who knows your name, by the one who saw your pain and gave you the strength to carry on. They don't understand that the battles you faced were never just yours. They were His too. The one who promised, "I will never leave you nor forsake you," was with you in every moment of despair. Think back to those times when the world was heavy on your shoulders, when each step felt like dragging a mountain. Remember when you thought you'd reached the end, yet somehow you kept going. Those moments were not wasted. They were the times God whispered, "I am with you." When David faced Goliath, he didn't do so alone. He faced him knowing that the same God who delivered him from the paw of the lion and the bear would deliver him again. And just like David, you didn't face your giants alone. You fought them with a power far greater than any enemy that came against you. So here you are, having walked through fire, through storms, through despair that would break others. But you are not like others. You are chosen. You are set apart. And yes, there were times when it felt too much, when the weight of life pressed down so heavily that you could barely breathe. But in those moments, God was drawing you closer, inviting you to lean on Him more fully, teaching you that His strength is perfected in your weakness. Let me tell you something, chosen ones. You are not just survivors, you are overcomers. You didn't come this far to just exist. You came this far to live a life of purpose, to walk boldly in the calling placed upon you. You may feel weary, you may feel scarred, but every scar is a testament to the battles you've won. Each one is a reminder that you made it through, that you did not give up when others would have. And as you walk forward, remember that those scars are not just symbols of pain. They are marks of resilience, proof of your journey, reminders of your strength. You have known nights that felt endless, prayers that felt unanswered, struggles that felt insurmountable. But listen to me now. Those trials were not the end. They were the beginning of a story so profound that only the chosen could live it. It's the story of rising from the ashes, of finding light even in the darkest places. It's the story of stepping into the power God has always seen in you, even when you couldn't see it yourself. In the Bible it says, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." You may have wept, you may have been on your knees, but morning is here. This is your time. This is your season to rise and claim the life that has been prepared for you. You are not bound by the chains of your past. You are not defined by the pain you endured. That pain was a doorway, and you have walked through it. You are stepping into a new chapter, into a life of purpose, because you chose to keep going. And let's be clear, this journey isn't over. The world may still throw its challenges at you. It may try to knock you down again. But now you know who you are. You know that you are chosen. Discipline is part of it. To endure this path, you've got to be like a soldier in training. You've got to be relentless, just as the athletes of old pushed through exhaustion. You must rise above the setbacks, lean into the discomfort, knowing that the race you run isn't for a crown of gold, but for a crown of righteousness. Hebrews 12:1 reminds us, "Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us." This isn't just any race. This is your calling. You were made to endure, to overcome, and to carry a message of hope. You're going to be misunderstood. Some will doubt you, others may even mock you. They'll say, "Why you? What makes you so special?" But remember, they don't see what you've seen. They haven't walked your path, nor have they felt the weight of your burdens. Just as David faced giants, those who doubt you are but whispers compared to the roaring strength of God within you. And let me tell you this, when you start to rise, they will notice. When you step into your calling, they won't be able to deny the light of God that shines through you. So yes, they doubted you. They left you, thinking that was the end of your story. They thought, this is where they'll give up. But what they didn't realize is that a chosen one doesn't quit. When you're walking in God's purpose, even the darkest night is only a prelude to the dawn. Like Joseph, sold into slavery by his own brothers, you were pushed down, but only so you could rise higher. When the world threw stones, God was building a foundation beneath your feet. Remember those times when you thought you were alone? When it felt like every door was closed, every friend was gone, every answer was silence. Those moments were your wilderness. But even Jesus went into the wilderness, fasting and praying, facing temptation, emerging stronger and more focused on his mission. And just like him, you have faced your wilderness, and now you are emerging stronger, ready to step into the next chapter with renewed strength. But let me tell you, chosen ones, this isn't the end. Life will keep testing you. Challenges will still arise. And each time, you'll have a choice. You'll have to decide whether you'll let the hardship define you, or whether you'll use it as fuel to keep going. This is the same choice Moses faced when he led his people out of Egypt. They wandered, they doubted, but Moses kept going because he had faith in the promise. That same promise is yours. God has not brought you this far to abandon you now. Look around. Every struggle you've faced, every hardship you've endured, it was a part of your preparation. You are being refined. Just as gold is purified in the fire, your spirit has been strengthened in the flames of adversity. And let me remind you, this isn't just survival. This is transformation. You are not the same person who entered those trials. You are stronger, wiser, more resilient. And let me ask you, chosen ones, do you feel it? Do you feel that fire within you, that spark of something greater? That purpose that refuses to die, no matter how many times life tried to snuff it out. That's the Holy Spirit, working in you, reminding you that you are here for a reason. And that reason is greater than any pain you've endured. Remember, when Jesus said, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world," John 16:33, he was speaking to you. You are a part of that victory, that overcoming. So, rise up. Stop waiting for a sign. You are the sign. Stop waiting for permission. God has already ordained you. Stop looking for approval. You have been approved by the one who created you. Like Joshua, God is calling you to be strong and courageous, to step forward into the promised land, into your purpose, with unwavering faith. Maybe right now you're standing on the edge, looking out over a future that feels uncertain. Maybe fear is trying to hold you back, whispering, "You're not ready," or "What if you fail?" But hear this, fear has no place in the heart of a chosen one. Fear may try to enter, but faith is your anchor. Just as Peter stepped out of the boat, onto the water, eyes fixed on Jesus, you are being called to step out in faith, to trust that God will not let you fall. When you look in the mirror, you may see someone who has been through too much, who has scars, who feels tired. But let me remind you, those scars are sacred. Each one is a testament to a battle you've fought and won. They are proof that, though life tried to break you, God put you back together even stronger. You've been through the fire, and like the phoenix, you rise from the ashes. And here's what I need you to remember, chosen ones. You are not alone. God walks with you. He goes before you, and He stands behind you. And in the moments when you feel weakest, when the weight of the world feels too heavy, remember that God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be willing. Let me speak to you directly, chosen ones. The greatest obstacle you will ever face is not the world outside, but the person you see in the mirror. Too often we look outward, pointing fingers, placing blame on circumstances, on others, on anything but ourselves. But the true cause of our downfall lies within. It is our own fears, our own doubts, our own reluctance to face ourselves that holds us back. You have the key to unlock every door that stands before you. You have the power to break every chain that binds you. It's your time. It's your turn. The wait is over. Rise up and reclaim the life that has always been yours. We can become so entangled in the busyness, the distractions, the endless noise of this world that we lose sight of who we truly are. We lose ourselves in the chaos. But I understand your pain. I know the suffering seems unending, the darkness impenetrable. It's hard to envision a better outcome when the storm clouds gather thick around you. But hear me now. If you just believe, truly believe, and hold on to that faith with everything you've got, brighter days are coming. Just as the dawn breaks after the longest night, so too will your trials give way to triumph. Weather the storm, endure the pain, and I promise you, victory is on the horizon. You are not a quitter. You are not a fleeting success. You are called to greatness. Perhaps the first chapters of your life didn't unfold as you hoped. Maybe you've stumbled, made mistakes, faced setbacks that seemed insurmountable. But remember, the game isn't over at halftime. You have a third quarter, a fourth quarter. A new beginning awaits. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal." Philippians 3:13-14. Release yourself from the trauma and torment of the past. Step boldly into the next phase of your life, fully persuaded that it's your turn and your time. I don't care what the scoreboard says right now. You have an opportunity. A warrior only needs one chance to show the world that he's more than just a dreamer. If you're going to change your family's legacy, if you're going to be a light in the darkness, sometimes you have to get up, even when you don't feel like it. Sometimes you have to push forward when everything inside you screams to stop. You have a choice to make. You can either suffer under the weight of your struggles, or you can choose to rise above them. You can reinvent yourself, overcome, and emerge stronger than ever. There's no obstacle too great when you align yourself with the purpose God has for you. So no, there's no way you're going to stop, and neither will I. We will not let anything defeat us. Darkness may surround us, pain may engulf us, but we will not quit. Until our last breath, we will strive, we will climb, we will conquer, and we will do it together. Don't give in, don't lose hope. Choose to get up every time life knocks you down. Choose to keep fighting, to keep pushing forward. The Apostle Paul faced countless trials, imprisonment, beatings, shipwrecks, but he never lost sight of his mission. He said, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." 2 Timothy 4:7. You will not regret the effort, the sweat, the tears you've invested in your dreams. Your journey is worth every sacrifice. You are worth every sacrifice. Choose the hard path, the one less traveled, because that's where true growth happens. Choose to never stop until you've reached the summit. Remember, many people don't have the opportunities you have today. Some have been told their days are numbered, battling illnesses they never expected. Yet, many of them choose to inspire others, to live courageously despite their circumstances. They fight through the pain, they carry on, and so should you. Even when your legs feel like they can't carry you any further, stand tall. In your weakest moments, find strength in God. Isaiah reminds us, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." Isaiah 40:31. Keep pushing. Keep working. Keep thriving. From the depths of your soul, conduct your business. Do what you've been called to do. There will always be those who don't agree with you, who watch and wait for you to stumble. But there's no need to engage with them. Stick to your purpose. Pray for them and keep moving forward. Jesus taught us to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. Matthew 5:44. So don't waste your energy on negativity. Instead, channel it into your mission. Let them talk, let them doubt, let them misunderstand. You remain steadfast. Your consistency, your dedication, That's what sets you apart. Eventually, your perseverance will turn critics into believers. Your enemies may become your footstool, not because you've defeated them, but because you've risen so high that their negativity can't reach you.